Welcome to Honduras This Week Online News Videocast for Monday, January 14th, 2008. This videocast is brought to you by Minister Suites, Sweet Dreams. Travel Essay, A Londoner Stuck in the Rainforest, Part 1. Presented with the opportunity of a guided trip into the Honduran rainforest in her second week in Honduras, Catlinger felt pretty lucky, especially when all the natives around were saying that they've never been there themselves. That's a chance you can't pass up, right? So she said yes and paid the rather large fee for the 2 tiny planes it took her to get there from Tegus. She packed her bags with everything she imagined she'd possibly need in the rainforest: bug spray and extra strong bug spray, a mosquito net, bite cream, bottled water, chocolate biscuits, malaria tablets, diarrhea tablets, headache tablets, multivitamins, plasters, sunblock, long-sleeved shirts, salt sachets, for the leeches obviously, sensible shoes, a big waterproof raincoat, a camera, and lots of freezer bags to keep everything dry. Read this interesting travel essay by Catlinger in the Travel and Tourism section. An interview with President Ricardo Maduro. Bruce Starr is very happy to bring you this rare interview with the most recent former president of Honduras, Ricardo Maduro. He found the president to be insightful, intelligent, and caring. Starr is honored to introduce the former president of Honduras to the many English-speaking people around the world. Read the full interview by Bruce Starr in the national section. Comayagua Golf Club. Golf, swim, celebrate, and sleep. The dirt road winding its way on the outskirts of Comayagua is rocky and rough, but the effort used to drive may very well be worth it. This particular road leads to the Comayagua Golf Club, hidden behind cement walls and steel doors, with only its logo giving those who approach a hint of what lies beyond. After being ushered in by the attendant, the club's splendor is still only partially realized. Guests must enter the main building, walk past the ballroom, banquet, and dining halls to catch the panoramic view of the outdoor swimming pools, cabanas, and finally a 9-hole course that ambles along hills, trees, and a lagoon. Read the full article by Todd Ellerton in the Travel and Tourism section. Danli's elusive cigar factories provide a worthy pilgrimage. Recently, 2 determined English girls decided to live up to their sweet, dedicated natures by going to the rather unconventional Honduran tourist destination of Danli. Their mission? To purchase Danli's #1 export, cigars, as souvenirs for loved ones back home on the British Isle. Read the full cigar pilgrimage by Tess Goal in the Travel and Tourism section. Message from the Mountain. FARC rebels release hostages. The Colombian insurgency has given us the coordinates from the mountains of Colombia, were the words of Venezuela's President Hugo Chavez, which set in motion a chain of events that catalyzed the departure of 2 Venezuelan helicopters from the town of Villavicencio, 50 miles south of Bogota. The pilots lifted off with no prearranged flight plan. The secret coordinates identifying the location of 2 hostages in the jungle deep were only disclosed as the helicopters took flight. The hostage handover was veiled by the thick vegetation of inhospitable guerrilla-controlled territory. Hours later in Caracas, Mr. Chavez declared the operation complete and successful, anointing the hostages new life after captivity. They were former Congresswoman Consuelo González, abducted in 2001 in the city of Neiva, and Clara Rojas, a political ally to fellow hostage Ingrid Betancourt, taken in 2002 in the south of the country. Read the full article by James W. Bowden in the Central America section. Corruption. Special report. If there is one word that explains why third world countries may always remain third world countries, that word might well be corruption. Corruption takes the form of many things, such as the acceptance by a lonely and bored traffic policeman of a small amount of money to put away his ticket book, all the way up to a guilty as sin murder being cut loose to go have a good laugh in a bar. They say everyone has their price, but they also say here you can have someone punished for as little as a 500 lempiras, equivalent to $26.47 US, if the mood is right. It is the value of life that dedicates the cost of a second-party intervention in many countries, and Honduras is not the exception. Don Perley tells us more in the national section. Supporting our own, Honduras is stronger. Melitón Castillo is the liaison for many things. He is one of the spokespersons for the Honduran Advice in the Social Sector of the Economy, Association of Producers of Artisans of Pine Leaves San Cristobal, and he owns a micro-lending company. Castillo said, "What I've done is help the artisans get exposed. They are very humble people, with the majority of the artisans being women." The framework of the program started in 1987, with a law in 2000 finally pushing it towards a more organized collective. There are about 50 different businesses with offices scattered across Honduras, all with a strong mission and vision at their forefront. Read the full article by Johanna Baez in the national section. Medical missions to Honduras. There are many medical missions coming to Honduras now more than ever. Go to the national section to see this year's Medical Missions to Honduras program and calendar and find out who's coming, when, and where they're going to be. This has been your online weekly update for Honduras. I'm Nicole Marder for Honduras This Week Online. Have a great day and see you next week.